Hey everybody, it's Edge. This is your weekly vendor reset for November 5th. We'll just jump right into it. We'll start right here and we'll work our way around and we'll end up in New York. Right off the bat, closer. Not a bad piece. Definitely want to change that skill haste for crit chance if you wanted to grab that. Og for stability. With some 4 with killer. First wave finisher, unstoppable force. Alp's chest with spark. Don't really see any of those being any useful unless you need the talents for any of your libraries.
That was a good deal.
We'll head on over to the countdown vendor. And then we'll work our way over to the clan vendor after the countdown. New reliable, not a bad weapon. Personally, not one I really use, but one good for any expertise needs. China Light, definitely worth grabbing that. Changed out the repair skill for a skill damage. Super nice piece there. Pretty good rolls on it. And Glory Days, not a fan of this weapon. Once again, just one if you need it for your library. Wouldn't really worry about it too much though. Just gotta get that library full. That's the biggest thing. But nonetheless, new reliable again. Rigger chest, Rigger holster, hot shot. These pieces aren't really that going to be useful, or if you needed them, you could just go to countdown, get another piece of them. Would be pretty easy. M16 with spike, no. MP5 spike, no. No. This Yaahl piece is kind of interesting. You could just get a whole bunch of these, break them down for Yaahl components, and be able to use them for crafting sake. Or you could even just change the status effect over to another crit chance. That'd be another pretty good piece to have, especially for hazard protection build. Airaldi, change that status effect to weapon handling would be a good one. It's same as that. Repair skill to weapon handling. Super good pieces for a sniper build. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Jump over to campus and see what they've got there. And then we'll work our way around to the DZs and then we'll head over to New York. But as for at campus, we'll run over here real quick, see what he's got. And then we will move on over to DZ West next. Forge status effect. Not really a fan of that having status effect, but could be used for library. M44, no. GR9, potentially. That damage target cover is really low, but you'd have to get rid of that stability for crit chance, crit damage, something like that. Murakami mask, no. And no on that China Light holster. Wouldn't worry about that personally. But we'll jump over to DZ West real quick, see what he's got. Just a reminder, DZ is going to be all about the DZ resources, different currency. Only get it out of Dark Zone.
Hello, Agent.
Everlasting Gaze. No. No. Nothing super. Kind of disappointing there. But that's what happens. It's all a part of it. DZ South. We'll run over here. And they've got Swap Chain. Not a horrible piece. Personally, not a fan of it, but that's just me. A Vector with Strained. That's not bad. You're just going to run through that mag real fast, so you're not going to get a lot of benefit out of Strained on there. I do not like the Honey Badger at all, but one of those you might need for expertise. I wouldn't bother with either one of those. You can get them on a countdown pretty easy. A Yaahl Guard backpack, that doesn't make any sense having concussion on it. No,
I appreciate
nothing really there. We'll hit the theater real quick, and then we'll hit DZ East, and then we'll jump over to New York. But as for the theater, we've got Contractors. That's a good piece. Roll that status effect to basically anything that you might need. Six, 7, 16 is not bad now. Now with the new update, I would definitely change out that status for any number of different talents. Kind of just depends on how you like to play it. But that's the only other piece that I see there. So Contractors and SIG wouldn't be terrible there if you like rifles. Biggest caveat to that.
Civilians in danger.
Run over here. I know it might sound a little off. Just getting over a little cold right now. It's kind of had me down for a little bit. So just kind of getting through these last couple days. So sorry if I seem a little off. White Death, not a horrible one. One you can get out of countdown pretty easy though, so I wouldn't waste 152 on that. Relic, no. There's that Yellow piece again, but you can get those out of that clan vendor a whole lot easier and a whole lot cheaper than 101 on each one of those. But that is DC. Now we'll head over to New York real quick. Gotta check those vendors. And then we will be done with today's video. Just pretty straightforward, pretty simple, straight to the point. Not wasting my time going through every single piece.
Safe area detected.
Just hitting the big ones that people actually, or that I even really look at.
Make a trade?
Some pretty decent talents to pull out for libraries. Creeping Death, that's a good one to have. Kaiser. Potentially that holster. If you needed something for a weapon damage slot. Just have to do a lot of optimizing on that. Which kind of scares some people, but it's not too bad. And then the last vendor for today. Don't know why it keeps making me talk to him on this side, but that's fine. Born Great, no. Precision Strike. That's not horrible. I personally don't like the talent just because it doesn't really fit my playstyle, but that's just me. 1886, that's actually really good. That'd be worth grabbing, switching out either keeping the Ranger on that or changing that out for a couple other different options as well. But Ranger even on that one's pretty good. Gonna have to optimize a little bit, but that'd be worth grabbing for sure. 245, not really. DNH with Kinetic doesn't really make sense to me. Airaldi, another piece of Airaldi. Once again, changed over that skill damage to a weapon handling, or crit chance potentially, depending on what all you're running. But then you just have to optimize that weapon damage quite a bit. But it would be worth it in the end. And then I really wouldn't worry about that Brazos mask. But
Thanks.
actually, a few good things today. Pleasantly surprised with New York. Had a couple good different pieces on there. But as for me, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate you being here. Enjoy the rest of your week. And peace.